आज का स्पेशल एपिसोड है इज बीइंग सिंगल इज सिन इन सोसाइटी विद 3 eminent speakers. सो मैंने आपको क्विज भेज दी है.
Hi.
हाय. ओ गॉड, फाइनली.
Finally,
ओके, तो
hi.
once again वेलकम एवरीवन. एंड आज के शो में बहुत स्वागत है आपका. ये हमारा एडिशन 2 है और इससे पहले भी हमने एडिशन 1 किया था जिसका रिस्पांस बहुत ही अच्छा था. सो ये एक ऐसा क्वेश्चन है शायद जिसके बारे में कोई बात नहीं करता. सो आई थॉट कि व्हाई नॉट मी, आई शुड टॉक अबाउट इट. सो दैट्स व्हाट आई एम डूइंग एडिशन 2. एंड आज हमारे साथ 3 स्पीकर्स हैं. वैशाली, वेयर आर यू? ओके, सो 3
I am
स्पीकर्स
from
हैं.
Delhi. Yeah, I'm here only.
सो आयुषी हमारी फर्स्ट स्पीकर है. आयुषी
Yeah.
सीईओ एंड फाउंडर है सॉफ्टवेयर कंपनी की. एंड शी इज अ पब्लिक स्पीकर एंड शी इज अ ऑथर ऑफ वेरी वेल नोन और
Thank you,
बेस्ट
thank
सेलर.
you. Thank you so much. So much appreciation I cannot handle. Well, people who are joining know me. आप सबका स्वागत है. जो नए चेहरे हैं, आप सबको तहे दिल से Women's Day की wishes. And thanks for joining. Thank you for inviting, Pooja. Thank you very much.
मच. एंड देन सेकेंड स्पीकर है हमारी कविता मैम. मैम, 1 second, आर यू कंफर्टेबल विद हिंदी, राइट?
I'm not. I can understand bits and pieces, but not completely. Yeah.
Okay, no problem. I'll speak then in English. So Kavita ma'am is here and she is the international trainer and coach. So we will
Oh,
going to talk about it.
great.
So our,
Mhm.
the conversation will be Hindi and English. So it like mixture, so everybody can understand. And our third speaker is Vaishali. Vaishali, now where are you? I can't see you,
I am
Vaishali. Are
here.
you there?
I am here. Though
Everyone today and accepting my request and taking out time from your busy schedule, and just going to talk on this topic, which is very controversial topic. I think most of the people don't want to talk about it, but you have taken a charge and you came and you accepted my invitations. Thank you so much for that. So we are going to start from Ayushi. So Ayushi, so the topic is being single a sin in the society. So what is
Why
your
are you?
experience? What you think about
Well,
it?
why are you choosing me to be the culprit first? Because I'm scared if my parents have joined the live event, I'm going to get a good scolding today. Anyway, well, coming from a progressive family, I think it depends on person, and sin is a very big word, right?
Yeah.
The society has already created many stories and many facts that if a woman is not getting married, then there might be some issue, or they are overeducated, over advanced, or whatever. It's a typical narrow-minded set that I believe. But fortunately, my family is very supportive and very much, um, in favor of me getting not married if I choose to. All right. Secondly, the only problem that I face is we all are somewhere or the other in touch with the society, right? So society is the virtual setup that we have created is affecting my parents and my relatives too. So even if they try to think out of the box, the society will force them to think in that way. And sin comes from the psychology of being scared, right? So if a girl is not getting married, often people used to say think that she is not secured her lifetime. She should have someone to protect her, and to force this thought, they have created the word sin. So it is not a sin exactly, but there is, people have created this heavy methodology, this heavy word to define, to force this factor on any woman that they should get married, otherwise it's a sin in her religion or in her society. So yeah, these are my thoughts. I have not faced any controversial factors because my parents protect me a lot, my family protect me a lot. But yes, I know many of my friends who are getting affected by that.
Okay, that's nice. So Kavita ma'am, what do you want to say about this? What do you think about it?
As you said, this is a very controversial topic because, I do believe that the society is becoming open to such discussions, but not completely. But I think people like you, when you take constant conscious efforts on building such culture and, safe spaces that people can come and talk about this openly, I think it is very commendable, to do such things. This is what exactly helps in breaking such stereotypes and barriers. Now, I'm just going to talk about my experience with that. Religiously, if you see in our community, a girl turns 20 or 21, your parents start searching for, someone for you to get married. How many of the parents ask whether you're ready for it, whether you can, run a family? I mean, see, women, when they get married, it's like you need to take care of yourself and you don't have time for it because you end up taking care of the house and everything around you. And that's the only thing that you'll have time for. And at the end of the day, all you want to do is just sleep, just get enough rest for you to do the same thing again and again. First thing is, how many of us are even ready for that? See, I wanted to be focused more on my career, and my growth and upskilling myself. And that was my main focus. When I said I was not ready at 21 to get married is because my family had a lot of debts. And I asked my father one question. If I was a son, if I was your son, you would say, just be there, take care of the family circumstances now, then you can think about a marriage. Me being woman doesn't change anything. I have to shoulder you because you have sacrificed in grooming me up. So I said, no, I'm going to stay single. Up until at least I clear your debts off. That's what I told my dad. And you know what all was thrown at us from the society? She's having health issues. She's
Right.
fat, so they are not able to find a right match for her. Men keep rejecting her because she's fat and plumpy. I had a person who came to my house and said, I'm not interested in marrying you because you're wearing a specs. I'm like, seriously? Yeah, seriously. Is this the community that we are living in? Is the question that I had in my mind. So, and they said like, you're spoiling her future. They told my dad, you're spoiling her future. And once she's going to be much age, then you will not find a proper groom. And even when I went to do my master's, they said the same thing. Like, then you need to find a person who has done his master's too. So the community keeps throwing you everything. I don't understand. Being single, creating the purpose for my life is my option and my choice. What I do for myself. I'm not hurting anybody. I'm only grooming myself and I'm upskilling myself and developing myself. Why would it hurt anybody around me? And whatever might be their thoughts, why should it hurt us as a woman? Because it's a decision that we take. And as women, I think we should be more responsible for the decisions that we make for ourselves. And because that's a part of self-love and self-esteem, right? Self-love doesn't mean taking a picture, with multiple filters. Self-love doesn't mean wearing amazing makeup, having the beautiful smile. No, you smile from your heart, you're beautiful, no matter what. I am a person who believes in that very strongly. And I'm very proud the day that I lost my status of being single, my dad was a debt-free man.
Wow.
So I thought I've like completed my responsibility that day when I got married. And some people, I've seen couple of my friends, thank you so much. I've seen couple of my friends who are not ready to be in a, an in-law setup and, because they are more career oriented. I wouldn't say career women don't take care of their house. They like want to keep updating themselves. So they want to focus on one thing at a time. As soon as you lose your single status of being single, you need to pick up a status of becoming the mother. That's the next thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Very true.
So
I agree. Yeah.
whatever you do, see, I don't have a kid and I know still how people look at me. They don't call me for baby showers. And nothing has affected me. It's like I am my cheerleader, I am my biggest critic. My locus of control is within me. So until and otherwise, I love myself and I'm developing myself and creating a worthy living for the people around me. I'm doing the best shot I can in my life. That's exactly what I wanted to share today, Pooja. Thank you so much.
Wow, great insight, ma'am. So yes, let's come to the Vaishali. So Vaishali, what's your take on that?
Well, this is, I would not call it a sin actually. I mean, as Ayushi correctly said, sin is a very, very heavy and a big word. But I would say this is the duality of society. At one point they are saying we want to empower women, but that at the
Yeah,
second, stage they are saying, no, no, you have to get married because, that's what complete you. And, I was just listening to Kavita, hats off to you, Kavita, because if you actually see the traditions, people have manipulated the traditions over years to suit their needs, to suit their wants, to suit their mentality, to suit their environment. Because if you see from the historical views, it was never the man rejecting the woman. Even in the ages, we used to have swamvar. The female had to choose the correct man for her, right? In those ages also. But over the year, when we started getting empowered, when we started getting educated, I think the society got feared. They had this fear now that women will start ruling us, you know. So that is why to subdue us, to, suppress us, they made these customs. The second thing which I feel was earlier people were, getting their daughters married at a young age of, 6, 7, 13. By the time they were 13, unka gona kar diya jata tha, right? They were sent off. So if you actually see the science also behind it, these were the stages where there were hormonal changes happening in the body. Whether it's 13, whether it's 20, whether it's 25, or whether now it's 30, at every stage when you are more vulnerable to be subdued, at that very age or stage it is said that no, this is the right time for you to get married, right? At 30 you are probably at a crossroad whether I should follow my passion or whether I should continue with my 9 to 5 job, or what should I do. You are vulnerable, so people take, advantage of that vulnerability. Oh, you are undecided, it's better to have a man in your life. Probably that man has no role to do in your life, right? So I think that sin is a bigger word, but yes, society has, made dualities, and, and so I just want to share, sitting here talking on this topic, just a few hours before, my mom was showing me a photo and we're like, do you like this boy? How is he? Right? So this has just happened like an hour or sometime before, and I was like, it's okay, I just want to focus on my work right now, not prepared mentally. Right now, I think we are at a stage where we can openly tell our parents that we are not prepared mentally, and I
Right.
think that empowerment is what is, fearing the society. Once a woman decides to stay alone, you cannot belittle her for anything. You cannot suppress her for anything. She becomes super fierce, super bold, very comfortable in her own skin, whether she's wearing the specs or not, whether she's fat or she's thin. Once she starts, living independently, she becomes comfortable, and then she gains that power back of choosing the man of her life. And that is what the society don't want. And that's why they tag you. They give you this tag. Oh, she's 30, she's not getting married. You won't believe, guys, in my own area, a family got their daughter married at the age of 18, citing कि लड़का अच्छा मिल गया, we got a good groom, and they are permitting, I'm quoting their words, they are permitting her to study further.
hmm.
Right.
Yeah,
So we
they
still
say like
have
that.
these people who still think कि, कुछ गलत ना हो जाए, लड़की लिमिट से बाहर ना चली जाए, लड़के चाहे लिमिट में रहे ना रहे, बट लड़की लिमिट में रहनी चाहिए. Right. A girl should know her limits. Right. So that is just the duality of society which is reflected in all these questions. I feel that, Pooja. And thank you for opening this platform where we can actually come and talk about it.
Yeah, my pleasure, because I am also going through with the same phase. Okay. So the next question, like, we are talking about age. So generally, we listen this question, like, you are aged, or you should get married, otherwise you will age. Okay, so we always talk about the biological age, but what about the mental age? We have never thought about it. Like, the marriage is kind of bonding. It's not for 5 years, not for 2 years, or not for 10 years. It's about lifetime, right? So, like, what the person should be mentally prepared. So, what should be the mental age? What do you think? Why people are not considering about it? They'll think, okay, no problem, she will get married, no, so she will settle, or she will understand, or adjust, whatever. They'll think like that, but they never take care of the mental age. So what is your take on that, Kavita ma'am? I would like to know from you.
My take on that is every person is unique in their own way. See, I was mentally ready, but I wanted to, take care of things at home. It all depends upon the individual, that very own woman, as to what is her experience, how is she groomed in her house, what kind of open spaces she was given in the house, and what is she been told about her marriage. See, I had an aunt who got married, like she finished her 10th exam, came home, and there were people sitting there to look at her, to take her in as their daughter-in-law. And all she had in her head was marriage is some kind of a game that we used to play with miniature kitchen sets. She thought it is something like that. Okay. And once she told me that the day that she got married, she was literally locked in that room for that night because she started crying. She wanted to go back to her parents. Right. And even before understanding what life is, what cooking is, or any of the regular wife duties, she had her first child. Now, for me, this sounded like that is the most meanest thing you can do to that person. Why? Because she doesn't even know what life is.
Right.
And she already has a baby to groom while she herself is a baby. See, I'm 36 now, but still I consider myself a 3-year-old because I like being a 3-year-old. And nobody can stop me from doing that. So how will they gauge? See, this is a very good question. See, some girls are prepared because the way they are groomed in their house, from the childhood, the mother keeps telling that once you're of this age, we'll get you married. So learn this, so learn that, and learn this. Have we ever asked this question to a man, whether you're financially fit, whether you're mentally fit to adjust and accommodate yourself for having a woman in your life? I think the day that we start asking this question, there'll be a lot of changes. There'll be a lot. Because in my house, when my elder brother had to get married, 2 months before that, I saw what my mom did. Took him out to buy vegetables, took him out to buy meat, took him out whenever she's going grocery shopping. She exactly taught him what my dad used to do. And I was telling her, this never happens in any home. You're making him a woman. My mummy said, no, you will realize it when you get married. And trust me, that is the most cruelest way of understanding. That's my take on it, actually.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. So Ayushi, आपके पास आते हैं. So what is your opinion? Like, what should be? There should be a mental age for marriage also. Like, we consider always biological age, but we never talk about mental age. What do you think?
It's all it's the game of choice. I don't believe in mental age or physical age or whatever. Physical age is because we your biological clock is ticking. You have to bear children and so on and so forth. You not the proportion when your kid will go to college, you will be very old, and so much mathematics in there. So yeah, I don't think there is any particular mental age. But I believe there is a choice factor. Okay. One of my juniors recently asked me that, Didi, I don't want to get married, and I'm not also very career oriented. I have seen many marriages failing. I have seen many people who are not mentally happy or at peace in their married life. Uh, that's why I don't want to get married. I just want to earn a nominal wage and live my life peacefully. So what I said, that it's her choice. She don't want to be a very ambitious person. That's fine. That's totally fine. But people usually link these things, that if a girl is very ambitious, she will prefer not to marry, or she will prefer not to have a companion in her life. Well, this is incorrect. There is no age factor, there is no career factor, there is no necessity, what I would like to say. There is just a choice, a simple choice. And then again, I'll not go into too much negativity. Getting married is also very good if you think that the partner is good and they will help you to grow. Okay, so my best friend, she always recommended me that find a person where you will be able to find peace. Okay, growth and monetary growth and financial growth, and mental growth, family growth will come eventually if you are able to find peace. So what I believe is, it's a matter of choice. You should not force marriage and give it a category of mental age, physical age, and society pressure, blah blah. So yeah, that's my opinion here.
Thank you for sharing. So I think Kavita ma'am has to leave. So thank you, Kavita ma'am, for sharing your
Thank you
opinion.
so much for inviting me, Pooja. It's amazing meeting you guys here. And once again, very happy Women's Day to all of you. And let's keep rocking, guys. Let's keep rocking.
Thank you so much,
Thank you so
ma'am.
much.
Happy Women's Day to you.
Thank you. Bye,
Thank
guys. Take
you.
care.
Take
Bye.
care.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay. So Ayushi, next question to Vaishali. So same thing, like mental age. You are a emotional wellness coach. So this question, I think you should describe very nicely. So what do you
Okay,
think? It should be
you
there,
know,
mental age.
for me, sorry, for me personally, if you say yes, I do consider that a person's mental stability and the mental age should be taken into consideration. And looking at the, past 2, 3 years, I think it has become all the more relevant now. Initially, it was only the biological clock ticking, and that too only for women. That was not a factor for men as well. That was just like,
Right.
because you're a woman, your biological clock is ticking. But let me tell you, it is not the case, right? Medical science has advanced so much that your biological clock can tick anytime now. So that you can just take out that point. But yes, marriage is a union, is a companionship, and it's a lot of adjustment, compromises, a lot of growth, right? So you can't just take that decision in one go. What I feel very funny about the entire marriage scenario in India is you meet a guy and your parents are like, "Pasand aaya." In first meeting, in first 30 minutes, you cannot compare your mental ability to that person, right? So I think mental age is necessary. And I'll share a very funny incident from one of the meeting that I had with a guy in the arranged marriage setup. And I just asked the guy, I said, "Why do you want to get married?" And his answer, I mean, first of all, he was taken aback because he never expected that kind of a question. And second answer was, because I think I am 30 now, so I should get married. And that answer just blew me. I was like, just because you are 30 or 32 doesn't mean you have to get married, right? Not going deep into it, but yes, I ultimately ended up rejecting the guy. So now the case is my parents have stopped showing me guys, because whenever I go there, I see the guy and I was like, okay, he needs grooming, he needs personality development classes, he needs trauma healing classes. So I believe
So
yes,
relatable. So relatable.
thank you, Ayushi. Because you're telling girls about marriage, but the sad part is no one is talking about marriage. No one makes you sit and understand the nitty-gritties of marriage. You see a lot of divorces happening around you. You see a lot of people marrying outside their caste, their religion, everything. Why it is happening? Because we are not talking to our, kids. We are not talking to them. The most funny part, even I had this series of relationship discussions with the expert. The most silly part or most the funny part is you get married and the next question of the grandma or the grandfathers comes is, oh, when are we going to have the grandkids?
Very
And
true.
no one is talking about the next step. No one is talking about the physical part of it. No one has ever guided you for the physical part of it. And the very next day you are asked this question. Your mental status gets blocked. Your mind gets numbed, right? And people don't realize that a lot of us, you, me, Ayushi, Kavita, we have been so much through traumas since our childhood that we have, made certain belief system in our mind that we don't want to talk to a guy like this. We don't want to, I had to literally break this belief, because initially when I started seeing men, I was like, I will not marry a guy who has tattoos or who had piercings. And you won't believe, very recently I was talking to my friend. I want to get tattooed now. I want to get my ear pierced now. It took me a while to understand that that's not bad. So
Right.
again, my mental blockages had to open up. So yes, mental status, I will not say an age, but yes, your mental status has to be there. And once you get healed, once you get comfortable with yourself, once you grow, I think then you can attract a partner. Since I'm into spirituality also, so I'll say then
Right.
you will
Agree.
vibrate at that point that you can attract the right kind of partner in your life. I
Very
think
true.
that would be my take on the, if you talk about the emotional and the mental part of it.
Okay, that's great. So, so many times what we used to, whatever you are talking about, that's correct, that we don't talk about it. Okay, nobody talks about all these aspects about marriage, but just they want to, you just go and get married because everyone is doing. So, like if you start asking question to them, no, like these kind of questions, so they will tell, why are you asking that much questions and this technical thing, we also did, no, we never asked this kind of question. We, everything happens, just go with the flow, what the that line is. So everything happens, we should not think about that much. We also did, or we also went through this process. So our elders, try to convince us like that, like if I say no, 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 I'm not ready, then they'll say, why you, we have given you so much time, you are independent, everything you are doing and everything, but now what is the problem? Like, we means when we did, like we were like very small age and everything went well, everything is good, what is the problem? If we can do it, you can also do it. So what is your take on that, Ayushi?
Well, the question was exactly not very clear to me, but what I understood was what we have learned from childhood is affecting our thought process. Is that what you trying to say, Pooja?
Yes, generally.
Yeah. So yes, this is very very true. You know, I'm not biased, but I think that female get mentally more mature and fast as compared to men, right? We can adapt changes, we can grow in changes, and we can easily, uh, live in something different, which is not a routine. So yes, it's difficult for us to change our perception from childhood, but gradually we are taking this step forward and thinking in a different manner. Well, yes, I agree. There is a comparison factor, which you said that if they can do it, why can't you do it? Well, then this should lie in the marriage aspect too, right? As Vishali said, that we have built a rigid mindset and we think that this is correct, this is incorrect. Well, first we have to change ourselves. We did, and we did, right? But when we stand against the society, we are considered over smart girls, or probably the sinners who are breaking the rules. So
Yeah, right.
right? Let me be very fair and brutally honest. I am very famous by the name as men repeller. All right. The reason is the reason is I'm very straightforward, outspoken person, and the only question I ask with a prospect is, "What is your vision in life?" And it's not related to money. It's not related to your job. It's just how how you want to grow in life with a partner, right? So I'm still in search of that good answer. I'm into human psychology, and my parents used to say that you say something that all the boys run away. There is something you're talking that all the boys are running away from you. But honestly, my only question is to understand how sorted a boy is in his life. Because if a person is mentally very clear, sorted, even if he's not earning much, well, I respect that person and I would love to get married to him then. But honestly, everyone right now, as Vishali said, हमें शादी इसलिए करनी है क्योंकि हम 30 साल के हो गए हैं, right? तो ये कोई जवाब नहीं होता ना. That is not convincing. So, yeah.
ग्रेट इनसाइट आयुषी. तो एक क्वेश्चन है, सो आई आस्क. साधना ने पूछा है, साधना पूछ रही है कि व्हाट इज द मीन ऑफ एडजस्टमेंट एंड कॉम्प्रोमाइज इन मैरिज. तो वैशाली, व्हाट इज योर आंसर फॉर दैट?
Well, मैं पहले वो आंसर करूँ. I think I will just take on from Ayushi. That Ayushi, you have blurted out your secret now. I mean, any boy watching this video knows how to woo Ayushi now.
Well, try your best. Try your best. Answers internet पे नहीं मिलेंगे. Believe me. Try yourself.
Believe me, this is an open challenge from all the awakened women, that you can't get these answers on the Google or Yahoo or
बिल्कुल
any platform, right?
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
Now coming
Right.
to compromises or adjustments, well, when you are in a courtship period, you let go of certain things, right? Suppose your man doesn't want you to go late at night, and when you are in the courtship period, you will do that. You will like, oh my god, he's so caring, he cares for me. And once you marry the same person, and when he says don't go out after 8, you will be like, how can you do that? How can you do that? This is my freedom, right? So this is a conflict happening in the compromise level. You are not clear that what is your values, what are your
Right.
ethics, what is your morality, and then you're just letting go just to make the other person happy. You become a people pleaser. Please understand, entering into a relationship requires a lot of level of self awareness. It is,
Very
a
true. Indeed.
personality development course for you if you take it in the right way. You develop your entire persona in a relationship, and all your subdued belief systems will come up. Your insecurities come up. So how much are you able to let go of is your compromise, right? Without
Absolutely. Yeah.
begrudging it, or without pointing it out on the other person that because of you I'm doing this. No, you are doing this because you want that person in your life, so that is your compromise. Now there are things which you adjust to. When you once you're in a courtship period, and the person, this example was shared by one of my expert, that you meet the guy, and he's coming all decked up, and once you marry the same person, you see him into trousers or even shorts, and you're like, oh my god, did I date this guy?
किससे
So
शादी कर ली?
yeah. So are you willing to adjust to both of his रूप, जिसको आप बोलते हो, आप उसके दोनों
Persona.
रूप के
Right.
साथ,
Right. Absolutely.
persona के साथ एडजस्ट कर पाओगे, उसको इनगल्फ कर पाओगे? So that is adjustments, in a very simple term. So you adjust to some things, you compromise on some things, you let go of some things. But for that to happen, you have to be very, very clear that number one, you are not doing it for him, you are doing it for you. And I think मेरा भी ये बहुत टाइम तक belief system था that women mature faster than men. Once I started learning about psychology, human behavior, trauma healing, my journey is into this only now. I have understood that this maturity is not a maturity. This is actually a trauma response. Because at a younger age, you were subjected to a lot of responsibilities. There were a lot of high expectations from you. You could not say a no, and hence that is, that is there in your nervous system now. People who are like, who tend to be like, I'm mature than my age, and that goes for me as well. I was a people pleaser till a few years back. I mean, I have no qualm in accepting that. I understood it, I worked upon it, and now I'm no more a people pleaser. With some people, yes, I do, but that's by choice now. That's not by a compulsion now, right? So you need to understand these
You're
are
aware that
subtle
you're
cues.
doing it.
Those are the trauma responses that you develop. So in a relationship, all your trauma responses comes up. People who says that my girlfriend, she is so jealous, my wife is so jealous. Please understand, she's not jealous. That's just her trauma response to trust issues. Right? So if when you start understanding all these things, I think your relationship become more stronger with the person, and it becomes easy for you to adjust and compromise the situation because your communication becomes much more stronger in that case. I think my take would be that, Pooja, on that question.
Right. It is well said, and it was nice discussion going on. So one more thing which I would like to say, like, most of the time, if we, talk about that, so people give us the reason about like हमारे culture में ऐसा नहीं है. Why, like if we talk about कि सिंगल रहना है या फिर like late marriages or like, so वो बोलते हैं हमारा कल्चर हैम्पर हो जाएगा, what you are doing, हमारा कल्चर इसकी आजादी नहीं देता या सपोर्ट नहीं करता, वट एवर. बट सरप्राइजिंगली जब मैंने थोड़े डेटा पढ़े एंड आई वेंट बैक एंड आई केम टू नो कि लाइक हमारा कल्चर तो बहुत ही ज्यादा मॉडर्न था. लाइक what we are living, I think हम तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं है. बट वट एवर आई केम टू नो लाइक पुराने जमाने में लाइक एंशियंट एज में जो गर्ल्स होती थी वो गुरुकुल में रहती थी एंड दे वर द प्रोफेसर्स. एंड एक पोस्ट है जो उनको मतलब ब्रह्मचारिणी करके दे कैन बी देयर एंड दे आर टीचिंग. मतलब अगर था कि अगर वो अपना ध्यान मतलब पूरा समाज को देना चाहती है, सोशल में पूरा लाइक एज अ टीचर प्रोफेसर, वो मतलब मैरिड लाइफ में नहीं जाना चाहती हैं, सो इट इज अलाउड. इट्स नॉट लाइक कि नहीं कर सकते या फिर नहीं हो सकता ऐसा कुछ. सो बहुत ही ज्यादा था लाइक बहुत सारी चीजें थी. पर अभी अगर हम देखें तो हमें कहते नहीं, मतलब वो तो सबको करनी पड़ती है, वो तो सबको करना होता है, ऐसे थोड़ी होता है. इट्स लाइक हमारा कल्चर, लोग क्या बोलेंगे, हमारे रिलीजन में तो ऐसे ही है. तो इसके बारे में क्या कहना चाहोगे आप लोग? आयुषी आपसे
Pooja,
शुरू करते हैं.
Pooja, before Ayushi say something, I would like to add on this. एक्चुअली जो लोग बोलते हैं कि हमारे कल्चर को आप अगर आप ऐसे करते हो तो यू आर नॉट फॉलोइंग द कल्चर, आप कल्चर बिगाड़ रहे हो. आई थिंक दोज आर द पीपल जिन्होंने आज तक कोई रिलीजियस स्क्रिप्चर पूरी नहीं पढ़ी होगी, खोल के भी नहीं देखी होगी कि उनके रिलीजन में, उनके कल्चर में एक्चुअली क्या प्रमोट होता था. यू राइटली सेड एंशिएंट टाइम में फीमेल्स वर फ्री टू चूज. They had the right to choose, not just the freedom, they had the right to choose. अगर आप सिर्फ हिंदुइज्म की बात करो, राइट, तो मुझे भी अभी बहुत रिसेंटली ये बात पता लगी कि हमारे हिंदुइज्म में देयर आर 8 टाइप के विवाह होते हैं, राइट. एंड आई वाज शॉक्ड बिकॉज हमें सिर्फ विष्णु विवाह पता था जो 7 फेरों से होता है, ठीक है. एंड एक्चुअली विष्णु विवाह से पायस विवाह जो माना जाता है वो गरुड़ विवाह है, जिसमें द वुमन चूजेस हर हस्बैंड, राइट. इट्स लाइक मियाँ बीवी राजी तो क्या करेगा काजी वाला सिचुएशन. एंड उसको जो है हमारे ग्रंथों में ज्यादा वैल्यू दी गई है एज कंपेयर टू विष्णु विवाह. लेकिन लोग आपको ये नहीं बताएंगे. क्यों? क्योंकि उनकी सो कॉल्ड सभ्यता, उनकी सो कॉल्ड कल्चर, उनका सो कॉल्ड रिप्रेशन भंग हो जाएगा. उनका सो कॉल्ड जो उन्होंने एक बबल बना रखा है वो बर्स्ट हो जाएगा. इफ पीपल गेट टू रीड, तभी तो पीपल डोंट प्रमोट a person, educated person, going and studying religion. Because one sorry, because once you do that, you become so empowered, you become so enlightened, and that gives you the, courage to question the society at every step of it, right? And I think through this show, I would actually tell people to go back, whichever religion you belong to, doesn't matter. Please go back and read the scriptures and understand them, what is written, and then you decide what you need to do, right? I think that I would take it from there. Ayushi, please take it forward.
नहीं, थैंक यू सो मच. ये मुझे नहीं पता था. विशाली, थैंक यू फॉर शेयरिंग दिस. वेल, जो लोग कहते हैं कि कल्चर में इम्पोर्टेंट है, तो फिर मैं उनको ये चीज कहूंगी कि यार, अगर शादी टूटेगी या घर में कलेश होगा, तो आपका कल्चर हमें बचाने नहीं आएगा. इट विल बी द वुमन हु विल बी डूइंग दैट. इट विल बी द वुमन यूजुअली हु विल बी क्योरिंग द सिचुएशन, जो सारी चीजें रेक्टिफाई करेगी, सही करेगी. थोड़ा सा मेल ईगो होता है साइकोलॉजिकली, आई एग्री, लेकिन ये सोसाइटी पूरा पेट्रियार्कल सोसाइटी बन चुकी है, जहां पे बाय डिफॉल्ट वुमेन को प्रोटेक्ट करते 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 उनको सप्रेस करना स्टार्ट कर दिया गया है. ठीक है. सो आई एम सॉरी पूजा, आपका जो कहना था कि यस, ये जो कल्चर वाला एस्पेक्ट है, ये कल्चर वाले जो गाथा लोग गाते हैं, वही लोग ये भी कहते हैं कि डाइवोर्स देना गलत है. हिंदू में डाइवोर्स होता नहीं है, यू शुड नॉट डू दैट. और अभी रिसेंटली मेरी उनसे भी बात हुई है, अगर आप जानते हो, डॉक्टर अनु पेशवारिया इज द सिस्टर ऑफ डॉक्टर किरण बेदी, और शी इज अ यूएस अटर्नी. वो उन्होंने ये कहा साफ साफ कि लोग विमेन को बहुत एक्सप्लॉइट करते हैं. दे यूज्ड टू गेट देम मैरिड, वहां पे इंडिया से बाहर ले जाते हैं, एंड दे आर नॉट एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड द कल्चर डिफरेंस एंड मेनी थिंग्स, एंड दे आर सप्रेस्ड, दे आर यूजुअली कमिटिंग सुसाइड, और दे आर आस्किंग फॉर देयर फैमिली, जो इनकी पेरेंट्स की फैमिली है, उससे हेल्प मांगते हैं. तो वही कल्चर तब विमेन को हेल्प करने नहीं आता, क्योंकि फादर और मदर ये कहते हैं, बेटा वो तुम्हारा ही घर है, तुम ही संभालो. ऐसे रिश्ते बनाना बहुत आसान है, तोड़ना बहुत तोड़ना बहुत वो है, आसान है, पर बनाना बहुत मुश्किल है. यूजुअली ये चीज बहुत आसानी से ये लोग कह देते हैं, तब कल्चर में ये सब चीजें नहीं आती. सो आधी अधूरी चीजें, आई डोंट कंसीडर इट एज अ डिफाइंड पैटर्न और कल्चर. तो अगर कोई आपको पूजा ये कहता है कि ये फैक्ट करना चाहिए, शादी करनी चाहिए, ये कल्चर में आती है, देन उसके प्रोज एंड कॉन्स भी अच्छे से पता होना चाहिए. बिकॉज आई हैव अ वेरी स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड आंसर फॉर दिस. तो सेकेंड चीज जो विशाली आपने कही, एडजस्टमेंट एंड कॉम्प्रोमाइज, वेल, on a positive note, I would like to say it is not a bad thing if you choose to adjust and compromise, right? अगर आप कॉम्प्रोमाइज और एडजस्ट को अपने ऊपर थ्रस्ट कर रहे हो, जिससे आपकी आइडेंटिटी लॉस हो रही है, तो दैट इज अ वेस्ट. एंड बाय आइडेंटिटी लॉस किसी की भी हो सकती है, नॉट ओनली जस्ट एन एम्बिशियस वुमेन, जस्ट अ पर्सन हु इज वर्दी. अगर किसी भी तरीके से किसी भी इंसान का, मेल और फीमेल, उसका अस्तित्व मिट रहा है किसी भी रिश्ते में, आई थिंक दैट रिलेशन शुड एंड अप. सो वी एज अनमैरिड पीपल बिलीव, जो हो सकता है खत्म हो, हमें पहले शुरू ही नहीं करना चाहिए जल्दबाजी में. जस्ट बिकॉज शादी करनी है इसीलिए शादी नहीं करनी चाहिए. हम लोग इसीलिए रिजिड है क्योंकि हम लोग निभाने वाले कैटेगरी में जाते हैं, हम लोग तोड़ने वाले कैटेगरी में नहीं जाते. अगर हम लोग किसी से शादी करेंगे तो हम लोग उसको अंत तक निभाएंगे और निभाने की पूरी कोशिश करेंगे. सो अगर पेरेंट्स ये कह रहे हैं, और जो पेरेंट्स सुन रहे हैं, जो एल्डर्स सुन रहे हैं, मैं उनको यही कहना चाहूंगी कि we don't believe in divorces, and that is the reason we are taking time, that is the reason we are trying to understand कि हम लोग क्या उस स्ट्रेस सिचुएशन को, उस प्रॉब्लमैटिक सिचुएशन को एडजस्ट कर पाएंगे, फेस कर पाएंगे, डील कर पाएंगे. इफ यस, देन वी आर हैप्पी टू गेट मैरिड. और हमें भी पता है कि हम में कमियां हैं, उनमें कमियां हैं, कॉम्प्रोमाइजेस होंगी. सो कल्चर का थप्पा, रिलीजन का थप्पा, सोसाइटी का थप्पा, मामा मामी चाचा चाची का थप्पा, प्लीज, I really request everyone to stop that, right?
Yeah.
तो बस मेरी यही राय है. हाँ जी, हेलो.
I was just
Am I
saying,
audible?
Ayushi, you're very right in saying that I think no one deserves to be in a toxic relationship or a toxic
Right.
marriage, right? Whether it's a
Yeah.
man or a woman, it's completely taxing for both. I deal with a
Right.
lot of men because I do emotional coaching for men. So I deal with a lot of men who are actually stuck in their toxic marriages and they can't get out because of their families. And
Right.
it's a sad state of affair, I would say, because men have lesser space to come out and be vocal about it. We women, we still are in a better space comparatively, that we can at least be
Right. Yes.
vocal about it,
Expressive.
right?
Yes. Yes.
Express
Yeah.
it, exactly. So yes, जो भी सुन रहा है, आयुषी was very right कि please force मत करो कि शादी कर लो. Let us be prepared mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, that we can take on to the next step of it. Even we would
बिल्कुल
want,
बिल्कुल.
we are not that people that we don't want to get married. We want to, but with the right person.
Right. Of
Right,
course.
well
With the
said,
right person, क्योंकि we don't
Ayushi.
believe in breaking relationships. We don't.
Exactly. We don't.
Yeah. पूजा,
Yeah,
आपसे मेरा
so
ये क्वेश्चन है कि आपकी क्या राय है? आप इतना अच्छा होस्ट कर रहे हो, आपने हम लोगों को अपॉर्चुनिटी दी इतना बोलने की. मुझे आज भी याद है जब मैं पूजा से मिली थी तो हमारे 3 घंटे की विजिट में वी वर टॉकिंग ऑल दीज थिंग्स. सो पूजा, व्हाई डोंट यू
yeah.
शेयर योर व्यूज एंड एक्सपीरियंसेस?
Yeah, मुझे भी ऐसा लगता है, like, if we are taking a time, so like we are into, we want to, like, कि check करके सब कुछ कि, yeah, we are able to handle those situations or not, because it's not only कि मतलब कर लिया और like मतलब ये कह सकते हैं कि we are going to have a permanent roommate, okay, which
राइट.
like
राइट.
for everything, like रूममेट होता है तो व्हाट वी डू, लाइक वी थिंक ना, लाइक नेक्स्ट सेमेस्टर में इट गोना चेंज, और मे बी नेक्स्ट ईयर, और मे बी 2 साल की तो बात है, वी विल थिंक एंड
राइट.
विल एडजस्ट. But marriage is not like that, right? That person is going to overpower for everything. We are going to share everything. So it is like very difficult thing. It's not like कि हाँ चलो 5 साल की बात है तो कैसे भी कर लो करके. It's not like that. It's about full lifetime. So we are taking time so for that only. Okay, and it's about like changing of everything. मतलब सिर्फ घर नहीं change होता. It's about whole lifestyle, your perception, your habits, everything change. So I means
राइट.
like, are we able to change it? और the लोग कहते हैं adjust करना पड़ता है. But adjustment for how much? Like अपने आप को बदल के तो adjust नहीं कर सकते, right? So
बिल्कुल
what
बिल्कुल.
kind of like उस type का mindset होना चाहिए? And people ask me, so many times, like, why, what you're looking for? मतलब इतना अच्छा तो है सब कुछ लाइक हमेशा इतना पता नहीं क्या रहता है प्रॉब्लम. तो सब कुछ उनका मतलब कि इज अर्निंग वेल, लुकिंग गुड, तो हो गया बस, फैमिली इज गुड, सो या इट इज गुड. व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम? सो लाइक इट्स अबाउट माइंड सेट, राइट? दोस्त भी हम सोच सोच के बनाते हैं कि मतलब हमारे जैसा जो सोचते हो, हमारे करियर मतलब ओरिएंटेड जो हो, वैसे फ्रेंड्स हो हमारे आसपास. तो लाइक विल
बिल्कुल.
नॉट गोना थिंक द पर्सन हु इज गोइंग टू स्टे विद अस फॉर लाइफ टाइम. डेफिनेटली वी आर गोइंग टू थिंक अबाउट इट, राइट? तो यही सारी चीजें हैं. तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि लाइक बिकॉज वी आर गोइंग टू स्पेंड आर ईच एंड एवरी सिंगल मिनट विद दैट पर्सन. शायद इतना तो हम अपने फैमिली मेंबर के साथ भी नहीं कनेक्ट होते हैं. एंड लाइक
वही तो.
हमारे हर डिसीजन नो इम्पैक्ट करेगा दोनों को. सो वी शुड वेरी थॉटफुल फॉर दैट, व्हेन वी आर गोइंग टू चूज. और जो भी मतलब हर इंसान की अपनी प्रायोरिटीज होती हैं. तो लाइक लाइक वी हैव प्रायोरिटीज, लाइक कि हाँ करियर की तरफ थोड़े करियर ओरिएंटेड काइंड ऑफ पर्सन वी आर. सो उस टाइप का पर्सन भी हमें चाहिए, लाइक जो समझ सके. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आई एम अ वीडियो क्रिएटर and I got married with some person who never created video and who never bother what is a YouTube or what is digital media. So what he will tell to me, like, yeah, what you are doing, मतलब ये जब देखो तो कैमरा खोल के बैठ जाते हो, right?
बची
Just
कुची
say like
जिंदगी
that.
यही समझाने में चली जाएगी आपकी.
हाँ,
उसे.
so like it will be torture for me, right? Because this is my work, I am doing it, I have to do it.
Correct.
राइट.
Yeah, so
Correct.
that kind of thing, that's my take. So बहुत ही अच्छा डिस्कशन था. I enjoyed a lot. I hope कि बहुत सारे ऑडियंस उनको भी आंसर मिल गए होंगे अपने. तो जाते जाते विमेंस डे पे आज कुछ एडवाइस करना चाहेंगे हमारी यंग विमेंस को. आयुषी, वैशाली, आपकी कुछ एडवाइस.
मेरी बस इतनी रहेगी, चिल मारो और सब सही है, बढ़िया है। एंड बहुत इजीली अपने इमोशंस में अपने इमोशंस को अपने ऊपर कंट्रोल मत होने देना, बिकॉज दैट विल ruin योर लाइफ अ लॉट। इमोशंस आप उसी पर स्पेंड करना जो वर्दी हो, बिकॉज इमोशंस आपको कमजोर करता है। अगर इमोशंस आपको ताकतवर करता है तो इमोशंस ही आपको कमजोर करता है। तो मेनी गर्ल्स, टीन गर्ल्स, यंग गर्ल्स, न्यूली एक्सपोज्ड गर्ल्स, they often fall in love, and I will not say love, but yes, attraction and infatuation, and they get trapped in those things जिसकी वो lifetime guilty हो सकती हैं या हो जाती हैं। So I'll request, create a boundary around you, go explore, but try to understand at the end of the day you are a woman, and your beauty is being little reserved, okay? तो आप जो राइट पर्सन होगा वो आपको एक्सप्लॉइट नहीं करेगा, यू विल फाइंड दैट पर्सन फॉर श्योर। मैरिज इज नॉट अ बैड थिंग इफ इट इज ऑफ योर चॉइस, विद योर चॉइस। दैट्स इट।
Great. Vaishali.
Well, for me, the advice, I mean, I would not call it an advice, just my point of view is that be more self-aware. Yes, boundaries are important, but don't create, boundaries unnecessarily. Somewhere you
Right.
need to go with the flow, somewhere you need to let yourself loose, and somewhere you need to tighten up. So you need to balance all the aspects, but above all, know yourself, what you want, why you want, what are your beliefs. Is it your belief, or is it, the society's belief that, you should do this because, people are saying, parents are saying, relatives are saying. So just understand yourself a little bit more better this Women's Day, and enjoy and balance your masculinity and femininity in a relationship. If you are the lady, be the lady, don't be the man. Let him be the man. Okay, don't be like hyper independent कि मैं ही सब करूंगी.
Right, right,
Feel
very
feel
true,
like
very
a
true,
lady. Feel
very
like a
true.
lady. The more you connect with your feminine self, I think the more strong, fierce, and bold you become. So you really need to connect with your feminine self, right, and balance it. I think just fly high with all these things, and I'm sure, every one of us are going to find wonderful partners.
Amen.
Okay.
Why it's been like we who started, but because like women are the most special creature of Almighty. As I was listening your last live video session, uh, one ma'am was saying that in ancient age that woman was choosing man, but why the trend has been changed. We are getting rejection. We are getting chosen by men about according to their preferences, according to their choice. Why things has been changed, and we are celebrating the Women Day as a special day. Why we are giving so much importance to like I don't understand about this.
Right. So means like मुझे ऐसा लगता है sometime I feel like we are
Hmm.
talking about women empowerment,
Hmm.
women like independence, all those things.
Hmm.
Sometimes I feel कि do we really need it? We are already empowered, right?
We are already empowered.
Why
We
do
are
we need
really
it?
very strong. Yeah, and I mean, we are really very strong. We bleed 5 days in a month, and we can tolerate that much pain when we give birth to any child. I was listening this lines from a very younger, my female colleague. She was sharing a poem, and I really realized how much we are strong. And even then, men says that we are strong. We are already strong. I don't think like if a man fails in doing any intercourse and they feel so frustrated, they it hurts in their ego. But we female, we are like powered, and we are empowered by birth. Don't you think?
Yeah, right. And I think like we when we talk about empowerment, when we talk about freedom, like when
Hmm.
we were talking about freedom so much. Why?
Hmm.
Because we were not free on that time, right? So that's what
Hmm.
everyone was talking about freedom before 1947. So the scarcity, when something is scared, no, then we start talking about that, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
don't think so that women is not free or women need empowerment, because I think they already have that much energy or that much power or strength. So
There
why
are
should somebody has to come and tell them that you are strong or something? You have to realize yourself.
exactly see, yeah. Do I need to share that I am a cancer survivor? People start saying me that I'm strong, I'm bold, but I know that I am. I faced that chemotherapies and many other things. I faced many rejection. I faced a number of rejection due to my dark complexion, many other things, many challenges. Who pushed myself? Me, myself, and my inner strength. No, I am beautiful, and I don't need any man to be accepted. I need to accept myself first. The acceptance of myself is most important, I believe. I don't need any men's acceptance, men's preference. That is another thing. But what I need is that my acceptance to myself. What I am, that is my best thing for by given by Almighty, and my parents has given a like second life to me. So it is really wonderful life. So I don't need a good code or good level that I am a strong, I am bold, and I don't think that any women need. All women are bold, all women are strong. We really need to be empowered, or we really don't need a separate segment.
I don't know, Mamta ma'am is not able to join. Let me. Mamta ma'am, please check in the view. View will come. The plus sign is there in your screen. There the option will come. You need to open that and click on go live with Pooja Kushwaha like that. Then it will rejoin. I hope you are listening to me.
You can restart that live. I guess she is not able to see the request.
Oh, I'm sending her. I have sent her because now she has updated. It is like full live. If I'll go and do that, it'll take time because I need to save that. Okay, she's not able to join or what. Hello, Mamta ma'am, are you there? She's unable to join, showing. Mamta ma'am, please check. The plus sign is there in your screen. Down.
Write a message to her.
Yeah,
I
message
think
her. Mamta ma'am, I have sent request on your both the accounts. Please join from anyone. Okay, till then we'll start. So today's topic is being single a sin in the society. So as you are single, I'm single. So we face a lot of stereotypical questions and all those things, right? So what do you think
exactly.
about it? What is your opinion on that?
As I told you, that being a single, I really enjoying my freedom, my dignity, and my independent life. If I would be in any relationship, in any courtship, I really need to ask. I really always need to take permission, whether I should go for late night parties, whether I should go there or that. I'm so much involved in social activities. Every time I need to take permission, or I need to come back home on time. So this is my independent and free life. I am really enjoying this, and I really don't feel that being single is a sin. I firmly believe that I am flying like a free bird, and I really don't need any cage for that. I'm happy, and it totally depends on person to person how a person is taking a single life or a relationship life.
Right. So many times it happens, Komal, like, in our society, or you can say that, the loved ones, they'll think, like, why you are not getting married? Like, what is the reason? Is there some
Every time.
problem or something?
एग्जैक्टली हाँ
They say like that.
मैंने बहुत बार सुना है, बहुत बार सुना था, मतलब लाइक 2 साल पहले तो बहुत बार सुनती थी शादी नहीं हो रही है इसकी, ऐसे डेट करती होगी लड़कों के साथ। मम्मी को बोला जाता था, लाइक मम्मी यूज टू लिसन फ्रॉम रिलेटिव्स फ्रॉम नेबर्स, आई हैव सीन योर डॉटर इन अ कैफे शॉप विद दैट पर्सन, आई हैव सीन योर डॉटर देयर विद समवन। ओ मतलब आई कांट हैव मेल फ्रेंड्स, ऐसा कैसे हो सकता है? मतलब इट इज जस्ट लाइक अ फ्रेंड्स ना। मतलब why family gets so much pressure she should get married? I also have some preferences. मेरे भी अपनी चॉइस थी कि मुझे इससे शादी करना है, इससे नहीं करना है, बट मुझे हमेशा सेट कर दिया गया था कि नहीं, यू जस्ट नीड टू गेट मैरिड, go ahead and meet the person and it is a right one for you. If they choose someone, it is a right one. How it could be possible? I have my own choice, right? So if someone is rejecting, so I can understand that that is his choice, his preferences. But if I am rejecting, so please, there is a need of understanding that I also have some choice, some preferences.
Right.
I guess the
But
another ma'am is
people,
not able to join.
yeah, she's not able to join. I don't know. Still, her, showing that latest version required for Instagram. Maybe she has not
Yeah.
updated the app, so she's not able
Mm-hmm.
to join. I don't know why it's happening. I feel very sorry for that because she's a psychologist and she,
I
tells
wish,
like
I
lots of
wish
insight.
he could join. Please try because I really need.
Yeah, I also want. I'm trying, but she's saying that it required the latest version. Like, I don't know why it's saying like that. So I'll send her. This notification is coming. Sometime it happens. I don't know why. What some
I
problem with
know that
Instagram.
Insta always shows this type of error, this type of problems. Insta always shows.
Technology. We cannot say anything.
We cannot rely on technology.
Yeah. Sometime it happens.
Hmm.
Okay. Anyways. So yes, like we were talking about, in previous session, we are talking about biological age. So many times this word or this sentence, why you are getting age, no? बूढ़े हो जाओगे तो कोई नहीं मिलेगा, or like, किसी से भी करना पड़ेगा. So better, you do now only, वरना ये हो जाएगा, वो हो जाएगा. Lot of things. What do you think about it?
Do you really think that there is a age of marriage? Do you really think? I have seen them that millions women. There's like a very handsome person. He got married at the age of 50 with a very younger girl. There is no age of marriage. There is just need of a companionship and like a good partner. And I have seen many celebrities. They got married at a very late age. And
Yeah.
normal people don't raise any issue for the celebrities. Why if there is a age barrier or any barrier for the normal people? Like anyone can get married at any age. So why there is a biological need to biological age? After 18, any girl is fit for marriage. But it is no till. I firmly believe there is no till age, till this age.
Yeah, but like generally what happens is when the male person, doing that, people don't have that much problem.
जनता को सारी प्रॉब्लम औरतों के साथ ही होती है. तभी तो होता है कि
Yes.
हमें एक कान के साथ दूसरा कान इज ऑलवेज अ फ्री. लिसन व्हाट यू लाइक एंड निकाल दो, वो पसंद नहीं है उसको निकाल दो.
That's what no, like
It's not
when the girl
mandatory na
is like
Pooja ki if
18
our
years
all
old or
cousins
20
are
years
getting
old.
married. Yeah, you carry on.
Yeah, so when girl is 20 years old, it is totally fair that she can go and get married with 30 years or 34 or 35. Okay, no problem for that. But if guy is like 20 years in, and if some girl is like 30 years or 35, then it's the biggest problem.
सोच सोच का फर्क है बस पूजा. We are improving, we are developing, we are changing society, like many things in our country, but सोच अभी भी बहुत से लोगों की वहीं पे है.
Right. I don't know what kind of people they are.
हाँ, in our society there are many kinds of people, but there are like things are changing. It might take there some more time, some more like people may start thinking in a different way.
Yeah, maybe possible. I don't know वो दिन कब आएगा.
Even I'm crossing the finger, people will start asking me, uh, not that to me, but maybe to any other. Like भाई शादी कर लो, एज खत्म हो जाएगी, लड़का अच्छा नहीं मिलेगा. अरे लड़का अच्छा कभी भी मिल जाएगा उसको अगर पढ़ी लिखी है तो. लड़का अच्छा कभी भी मिल जाएगा अगर she has a good mental ability and independent. She does not need to be get a boy or a groom कि भाई एज निकल जा रही है.
Yeah, but they say na that you get educated, then it's a biggest problem because it takes lot of effort then, no?
I know. The mental status and the mental block, I know. I have faced these things.
Yeah, and so many times, like they it's like I don't say like yeah, but maybe family is good, okay with that, okay, whatever it is, but the people around you, relatives, neighbors, and like
Neighbor.
all
Hmm.
people, like extended family, they'll start pinching. Oh
Hmm.
my God,
Hmm.
why? What you guys are doing, man? What you guys are doing? Why you're not,
In
just मैरिज कर देते करके हटाओ,
हाँ, हाँ,
रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है, वाई
हाँ,
बर्डन
हाँ,
है, लाइक दैट,
हाँ. Your parents
ऐसे
are getting
बोलते
old.
हैं.
Why are you not getting married? Why are you making so much responsibility? Why are you increasing their responsibility? Why don't you get married? अरे come on. मतलब हमसे ज्यादा कंसर्न हमारे पड़ोसी और बाकी जनता होती है.
या इट्स नॉट गुड, लाइक बहुत सारी कल्चरल चीजें बताते हैं कि हमारे कल्चर में ये सब नहीं होता है, करना तो होता है सबको, ये तो जरूरी होता है, और एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स. तो ना टाइम से हो जाए तो अच्छा रहता है, ये सारी चीजें पीपल स्पीक अबाउट इट. बट व्हेन आई केम टू नो, लाइक when I read about it, maybe I don't have. Yeah, ma'am, I'm trying to send you, but I don't know why I'm not able to take you in. I have sent you the request from both the account.
Something went wrong, Pooja.
Hello?
I can't see you. Something went wrong.
I can't. Your video is stuck.
The video is running. I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Can you rejoin, Komal?
Uh, shall I close this video?
You just a topic. So
Sure.
जो हमारा टॉपिक है is being single a sin in a society. So क्या लगता है आपको? What is the thought process of people?
ओके. सबसे पहले मुझे ये बताओ पूजा, जब तुम ये कह रही हो कि इज बीइंग सिंगल अ सिन इन द सोसाइटी, तो सिन किसको महसूस हो रहा है, सोसाइटी को या लड़की को?
Yeah, लड़की को obviously it will feel. Society
ओके.
तो is not gonna feel ना.
ओके, अगर लड़की को सिन महसूस हो रहा है, इसका मतलब ये है कि शादी न करना एक क्राइम है, या बिकॉज शादी न करना एक गिल्ट फीलिंग देनी चाहिए, बिकॉज सिन का रिश्ता किस इमोशन से होता है? गिल्ट से.
Yeah,
अगर आप
right.
किसी चीज को लेकर गिल्ट महसूस करते हो, तभी आपको तभी कहते हैं कि भैया आपने कोई पाप किया है, तभी आपको गिल्ट महसूस हो रहा है, या अगर आपने कोई पाप किया तो आपको गिल्ट महसूस होना चाहिए. तो क्या शादी न करना कोई पाप है?
नहीं, ऐसा तो नहीं है, बट
अगर आप किसी भी बड़े व्यक्ति से पूछे, मतलब किसी एल्डरली व्यक्ति से पूछे, किसी भी फैमिली मेंबर से पूछे, किसी भी लर्नड इंसान से पूछे कि शादी न करना पाप है क्या, दे विल से नो. पाप तो नहीं है, लेकिन करनी चाहिए.
Yeah.
राइट मैम, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
पाप तो नहीं है, लेकिन करनी चाहिए. अब क्यों करनी चाहिए? करनी चाहिए, अच्छा होता है, सबके लिए अच्छा होता है.
परिवार आगे बढ़ता है मैम. एवरीवन सेज यू विल बी कंप्लीट, यू विल बी हैविंग अ फैमिली. ऐसे
या
जिंदगी
आज
अकेले
तक
कैसे बिताओगी?
आज तक मुझे
बिल्कुल.
ये समझ नहीं आया, लाइक कंप्लीट, यू विल बी कंप्लीट, व्हाट डज इट मीन? अभी क्या इनकम्प्लीट हो क्या?
कंप्लीट के मायने काफी सब्जेक्टिव भी होते हैं और ऑब्जेक्टिव भी होते हैं. ठीक है. अगर कोई व्यक्ति है जो इंग्लिश ना बोल पाना खुद की इनकम्प्लीटनेस समझता है, तो वो इनकम्प्लीट है. अगर कोई व्यक्ति ये सोचता है कि मैं इंग्लिश तो बोल पा रहा हूँ, लेकिन मैं 5 फिगर सैलरी या 6 फिगर सैलरी नहीं कमा पा रहा हूँ, तो मैं इनकम्प्लीट हूँ. अगर कोई ये समझता है कि नहीं, मैं सब कुछ है मेरे पास, लेकिन कोई लड़की मुझे डेट नहीं करती या कोई लड़का मुझे डेट नहीं करता, तो मैं इनकम्प्लीट हूँ. तो इनकम्प्लीटनेस यहाँ पर सब्जेक्टिव हो जाती है. अगर ऑब्जेक्टिव लेवल पे कंप्लीटनेस को देखा जाए, तो ये है कि आर यू अ बैलेंस्ड इंडिविजुअल? Are you a person who is able to manage health, able to manage your intellectual capacities, able to manage your psychological capacities in a way that is useful to yourself, that gives satisfaction and happiness to yourself as well as to the society? क्योंकि उसी को परिपूर्ण इंसान कहते हैं ना हम लोग. अगर स्क्रिप्चर्स को देखें, किसी भी रिलीजन के स्क्रिप्चर्स को देखें, हम लोग कंप्लीट बीइंग किसको मानते हैं? जो गुरु है, जो एनलाइटेंड है, या जो अगर हिंदू धर्म की बात की जाए तो विष्णु जी को संपूर्ण माना जाता है. ठीक है. क्यों महादेव को संपूर्ण क्यों नहीं माना जाता है? ब्रह्मा को संपूर्ण क्यों नहीं माना जाता? विष्णु जी को क्यों संपूर्ण माना जाता है? ठीक है. सो देयर इज an element of completeness where you are able to be a resource for people. And marriage is an institution where both the people, I'm not going to talk only for females, I'm talking about both the people. Marriage is an institution जहां पर दोनों लोग बहुत सारे लोगों के लिए रिसोर्स बनते हैं. If it is a collectivist culture, if it is an individualistic culture, yes, फिर भी बहुत सारे लोगों को के लिए रिसोर्स बन सकते हैं if they choose, which may or may not be their family. ठीक है. अगर कलेक्टिविस्ट कल्चर है तो क्या होगा कि घर पे बीवी तो आती है, लेकिन बीवी के साथ साथ कौन आती है? बीवी बहू बनकर आती है, भाभी बनकर आती है, चाची बनकर आती है, मासी बनकर आती है, ताई बनकर आती है, दुनिया भर के रोल्स में आती है. राइट. शादी होकर आती है. और अगर इंडिविजुअलिस्टिक कल्चर है तो ओके, शी ओनली गेट्स अ वाइफ. जरूरी नहीं है कि वो इन सारे रिश्तों में पड़े या उन सारे रिश्तों में इन्वॉल्व हो जितना एक कलेक्टिविस्ट कल्चर में इन्वॉल्व होती है. बट स्टिल द हस्बैंड एंड वाइफ कैन जॉइंटली गो फॉर सम कॉमन गोल्स कि भाई ये सोशल वर्क करना है, या ये एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप करनी है, या कोई और चीज करनी है. सो दे कैन स्टिल बी अ रिसोर्स. सो यस, मैरिज कंप्लीशन देता है, बट कब? दैट्स अ क्वेश्चन टू आस्क. Whether marriage completes a people or not, that's not the question to ask. Yes, marriage can complete people. It is an institution which has been created because it has a potential to complete in some way, in some aspect, in some respect. But कब, क्या जरूरत होता है? Yeah. So that is what it
Okay.
is.
That's great. So what is about age? You know, ma'am, like बोलते हैं age निकल रही है. So you are a psychologist. So what do you think? Like biological age matters, or person should be mentally, ready for that? Or what is mental age? Like अगर आप अपने पेरेंट्स के का देखें तो like they were like a kids only, when they get married, like 16 17 ऐसा. So but they maybe they have done good thing and adjusted and very well and everything. और उसी का एग्जाम्पल वो देते हैं कि हमने भी तो करी थी और सब कुछ सही था, हो जाता है सब कुछ सही से हो जाता है, व्हाई यू थिंकिंग दैट मच, ऐसा. तो लाइक अगर बात करें तो उनका टाइम अलग था शायद, प्रायोरिटीज अलग थी, डिजायर्स अलग थी. अभी जो टाइम है वो अलग है. सो इसके बारे में आप क्या कहोगे मैम? लाइक मेंटल एज होना जरूरी है या फिर वी नीड टू कंसीडर द बायोलॉजिकल एज, और देयर इज नो एज बार फॉर?
Biological age के बारे में I would say that we need to consider biological age, yes. But why we should be considering biological age? I think a gynecologist or a medical professional will be the having better credibility to talk about it, not me. I'm a psychologist. I'm not a medical person. I'm not a gynec, so I would not be able to talk about it. But yes, biological factor is important. But I would look into a precursor to this. ठीक है, आपको ये समझ में तो आ गया कि 18 साल हो गए, 21 साल हो गए या 25 साल हो गए तो लड़की की शादी हो जानी चाहिए. आई एम पुटिंग इट इन इंटरवर्टेड, हो जानी चाहिए. अगर हो जानी चाहिए तो क्या वो पार्टनर को भी उतना प्रिपेयर्डनेस है कि वो हो जाना चाहिए कि यार अब तक तो मेरे लाइफ में मुझे इतना समझदार होना चाहिए कि अगर मेरे लाइफ में मेरी बीवी बनकर कोई आती है तो मैं उसकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी वहन कर पाऊंगा, नॉट इन टर्म्स ऑफ सर्वाइवल एनी मोर. ठीक है, पहले वो यू सेड इट राइट पूजा, पहले के जमाने में क्या होता था कि लड़कियों को उनकी सर्वाइवल की कैपेबिलिटी आने से पहले उनकी शादी की जाती थी. या कम सिचुएशंस आपको ऐसे मिलेंगे. आई वुडंट से बिल्कुल नहीं है. My mom was a working professional when she got married, but that's a different thing that she got married when she was 33, 30 or 33, somewhere around that. Okay, so yeah, I was born around 33, so 28, 33, somewhere around that range. So she was a working professional. Okay, when she got married. Okay, so कम examples आपको ऐसे मिलते हैं where females were working, they were earning, their survival was sorted, and then they got married. Okay, बहुत ज्यादा एग्जाम्पल्स आपको ऐसे मिलते हैं where their survival was not sorted. 16 साल की उम्र, 18 साल की उम्र, 21 साल की उम्र, 23 साल की उम्र, where they had just started their careers or not even started their careers और शादी हो गई. So they needed a partner who could take care of their survival at the basic, कि उनको बेसिक नेसेसिटीज प्रोवाइड कर सके, उनको कंफर्टेबल रख सके. ठीक है, घर उनके लिए कंफर्टेबल हो, उनके लिए जितनी कंफर्टेबल चीजें हैं, किचन है या सारी चीजें उनको जरूरतमंद की जितनी भी चीजें हैं वो सारी चीजें उनको प्रोवाइड हो. सो दे वर ओनली थिंकिंग ऑन द सर्वाइवल फ्रंट. ओके, बट in our generation, what is happening, Pooja? Are we getting married when we are still looking for our survival, or are we getting married when we are already surviving and flourishing very well?
We are already surviving. Survival mode तो निकल चुका है.
Yeah, and I guess Komal ma'am, right? Komal ma'am is with me, right?
Mamta She, I have a question because I was hearing that you are a psychologist. Just a small introduction that I am a cancer survivor. I had a ovarian cancer. So before that, I got so many rejection about the marriage. I had a dusky complexion. No one was ready to get married. I always get that type of rejection that I look very black. I should like my parent was so much trying so hard to get married myself and a very settled man, but I couldn't get married. And before 2 years, I diagnosed with a cancer. I survived with that. So now the stigma is that I'm a cancer survivor. So now another challenge that I can't get married. And the thing you were saying now, that completeness, and now I feel that I'm more like complete after that the cancer, after the fight of a cancer. I feel that I found so much changes in my life. I am so positive, I'm so much energetic, but still I sometimes feel that I really need a companion, I really need a life partner who can like give me some pamper, maybe some cuddle, maybe some I don't know.
Emotional support.
Emotional support, rather, right? Emotional support. Because sometimes really this loneliness hit me badly, because after cancer, I really had to fight up very hard. And this journey was really tough. Many friends, many supportive are really give me so much strength, but still I need that emotional support and a good partner. And I'm really thankful to Pooja that she arranged my conversation with you. And I used to talk with my surgeon as well, that why still I need that my one organ has been removed. Although I have like that the organs that I can conceive and other things, but probably I really should not need of a life partner, because I'm now independent, I'm earning good, I'm doing well in career. बट एक नीड लगती है, अभी भी जरूरत लगती है कि कोई हो जो हाथ थाम ले, गले लगा ले कभी, ऐसी वाली नीड हमेशा लगती है. आई डोंट नो व्हाई.
True. True. You partly answered my question, Komal. I've been very categoric right from the moment that I started this entire conversation that survival is very, very different.
Exactly.
See, please understand this, okay? Let's not get into the world history. I'm just talking about the Indian history here. And I am not going to go into ancient medieval, because people who have been listening to Pooja's talk right from beginning, they have gone into ancient, they have gone into medieval. I will touch upon that maybe later. But right now, let me just talk from the time of 1947, from the time that we got independence, okay? From the time that we got independence, if you remember, our great grandfathers and grandfathers were only looking at survival. उनको survival के अलावा कुछ भी नहीं पता था.
हाँ. Now the era has been changed ना.
Exactly, the era has been changed. So उस वक्त पे जब शादियां होती थी तो उन लोग ये देखते थे कि हमारी बेटियां जिस घर में जा रही हैं वो आर्थिक रूप से संपन्न हो, फाइनेंशियल स्टेबिलिटी हो, फाइनेंशियल कंफर्ट हो हमारी बेटियों को. वो अपने जगह पे माता पिता की गलती नहीं कही जा सकती, बिकॉज दे फेल्ट दैट हम लोग जो अपने बेटी को दे पा रहे हैं कम से कम उतना या उससे ज्यादा दे पाए. ठीक है, तो वो गलती नहीं है. एंड दैट्स व्हाई दे फेल्ट, एज इन आवर पेरेंट्स फेल्ट, कि माता पिता जो भी सोचते हैं वो सही सोचते हैं. आज हम लोग माना कि इमोशनल कष्ट थे. इफ यू आस्क योर मदर, इफ यू आस्क योर मदर इन लॉस, इफ यू आस्क योर आंट्स, जो भी आसपास के उस जनरेशन के लोग हैं, इफ यू आस्क देम यू विल से दैट हाँ, हम लोगों को जो चाहिए था वो मिला. माना कि लाइफ एकदम खुश नहीं थी, एकदम सुखी नहीं थी, एकदम वी कैन नॉट से दैट आवर लाइफ वाज ऑल बेड ऑफ रोजेस, बट इट वाजंट फुल ऑफ थॉर्न्स ईदर. इट वाज अ मिक्स ऑफ बोथ.
So that is the marriage life. That is the definition of marriage, I believe, right?
No. 1 minute, hold on. I will come to that. Okay. So for them, survival was a priority, and survival has been met.
Okay.
इमोशनल सपोर्ट उनको भी चाहिए था. ऐसा नहीं है कि हमारे मम्मी पापा या हमारी आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट फीमेल्स हियर, कि हमारी मम्मी या हमारी सास या हमारी आंटीज, बुआ, चाची, मामी, ताई, इनको इमोशनल सपोर्ट नहीं चाहिए था. लेकिन इन्होंने अपना इमोशनल सपोर्ट अपने पार्टनर में ढूंढने के बजाय अपने बच्चों में ढूंढना शुरू किया.
Rightly said.
Right, because the moment they got married, within a year or two they had a kid, within another 2 years they had another kid, within another 3 years they had one more kid. So they at least had minimum two, maximum 3, 5, 6, whatever number of kids they had. And that's where, and especially if they had a female kid, if they had daughters or they had sons who were sensitive, then उनका emotional support वहां से आता था.
जी.
So उनके लिए दोनों चीजें कहीं ना कहीं, if not 100%, दोनों चीजें कहीं ना कहीं more or less meet हो जाती थी. Husband was taking care of the providership, the children were taking care of the emotional sensitivity. And that continued until their old age. Even when we are so grown up, we are in age, we are so grown up, we are still very sensitive towards our mothers. True. We are so sensitive towards our aunts, towards बुआ चाची, कि भाई कुछ चाहिए तो नहीं, कुछ ये तो नहीं. Even those sons who are very sensitive towards their mothers, they उनकी लड़ाई भी उनकी बीवियों से इसीलिए होती है कि भाई आप, यू आर स्टिल अ ममास बॉय. सो वो इमोशनल कनेक्ट जो आता था उन फीमेल्स के लिए, वो कहीं ना कहीं उनके बच्चों से आता था. और इसीलिए वो सर्वाइव कर जाती थी. लेकिन हमारे जनरेशन में क्या है, मे बी थैंक्स टू बॉलीवुड, मे बी थैंक्स टू व्हाटएवर, हम लोग कहीं ना कहीं वो इमोशनल सेंसिटिविटी और सर्वाइवल दोनों ही अपने पार्टनर से ढूंढ रहे हैं. हम लोग, ऐसा नहीं है कि हम लोग कंप्लीटली डिपेंडेंट है. व्हेन इट कम्स टू सर्वाइवल, यस वी कैन टेक केयर ऑफ आवर ओन सर्वाइवल, बट एक अच्छी लाइफस्टाइल देना, एक बच्चों को अच्छी लाइफस्टाइल देना, अपने आप के लिए एक अच्छी लाइफस्टाइल देना, इसके लिए कहीं ना कहीं हम लोग फाइनेंशियली भी अपने पार्टनर्स के साथ चलना चाहते हैं, और इमोशनली भी हम लोग उन्हीं से अपना पार्टनरशिप ढूंढ रहे हैं. तो सोचो कि अगर हम लोग सारी चीजें किसी एक इंसान से ढूंढ रहे हैं, तो उस इंसान को कितना मैच्योर्ड, कितना परिपक्व होना जरूरी है कि वो आपकी उतनी नीड्स कंप्लीट कर पाए. राइट, बिकॉज वो तो अलग हो जाता है, रोल्स डिवाइड हो जाते हैं कि बच्चे प्यार दे रहे हैं, बच्चे अपनापन दे रहे हैं, पति पैसे लाके दे रहा है. मोर और लेस मेट. बट अगर पति को ही प्यार देना है, पति को ही पैम्परिंग देनी है, पति को ही अपनापन देना है और पति को ही फाइनेंशियल सपोर्ट भी बनना है कि अच्छा मुझे ना मेरे बच्चों को स्टेट बोर्ड में नहीं डालना, मुझे सीबीएसई में डालना है या मुझे इंटरनेशनल में डालना है या मुझे इंटरनेशनल हॉलीडे चाहिए, तो ज्वाइन किसको करना है, ये गैप किसको ज्वाइन करना है, आपको और आपके पति को,
ऑब्वियसली
दोनों को करना है. और उसमें दोनों के लिए if both of you are on the same page, then yes, the things can still go easy. But ऐसा होता नहीं है. It never happens like that. And there is a proper reason why it never happens like that. Komal and Pooja, I would want you people to understand, चाहे आप लव मैरिज करें, चाहे आप अरेंज मैरिज करें, चाहे आप दुनिया में शादियां करें, कभी भी ऐसा नहीं होगा कि you will get a perfect marriage. You will never get a perfect partner. You will never get a perfect marriage. You will never get a person who will understand you 100% and you will understand the person 100%. ऐसा वो मिराज क्रिएट किया जाता है. इससे पहले मैं वैशाली को सुन रही थी, तो आई वॉज गेटिंग दैट थिंग कि एक मिराज क्रिएट किया जाता है कि जब बोल रहे हैं कि नहीं जाना लेट बाहर, तो उन्होंने कहा लेट नहीं जाना, ही सो केयरिंग ना, मैं नहीं जाऊंगी. सो वो मिराज हम लोग क्रिएट करते हैं अपने पार्टनर्स के लिए, या पार्टनर्स हमारे लिए क्रिएट करते हैं टू प्लीज अस बिफोर वी गेट मैरिड. और हम लोगों को लगने लगता है इन दैट रोमांटिक रिलेशनशिप, इन दैट कोर्टशिप पीरियड, हम लोगों को लगने लगता है कि आई हैव फाउंड माय मिस परफेक्ट और मिस्टर परफेक्ट. लेकिन वो मिस परफेक्ट और मिस्टर परफेक्ट होता ही नहीं है. इट इज जस्ट अ मिराज. इट इज नॉट द ट्रुथ. Okay. The truth is both people are going to be different. One, in the marriage, irrespective of the biological sex I'm talking about, irrespective of the biological sex, one is going to be acting like more masculine and the other person is going to act more feminine. Okay. And this can change from situation to situation. Okay. जो otherwise बहुत feminine है, like अपनी बीवी की कभी side नहीं लेता या अपनी बात नहीं रखता करियर में, उसको अगर गलती से भी उसके माता पिता के बारे में कुछ बोल दो तो भैया वो मारने काटने पे उतारा है. ठीक है. सो दिस मैस्कुलाइन एंड फेमिनाइन चेंजेस सिचुएशन टू सिचुएशन. एंड आई वुड अगेन कोट वैशाली हियर फ्रॉम द प्रीवियस सेशन. वैशाली ने प्रीवियस सेशन में बहुत अच्छी बात कही थी कि अगर आप किसी भी रिलेशनशिप में जाना चाहते हो तो आपको सेल्फ अवेयर होना बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी होता है. आप जितना ज्यादा सेल्फ अवेयर हो और जितना खुद को ट्रांसफॉर्म करने की कोशिश करते हो विथ प्रॉपर कम्युनिकेशन, ऐसे नहीं कि सिर्फ एडजस्ट होते रहो, जितना ट्रांसफॉर्म करने की कोशिश करते हो विथ सेल्फ अवेयरनेस, दैट इज व्हाट इज गोइंग टू मेक अ रिलेशनशिप मोर सक्सेसफुल. ठीक है. सो कोमल, आई होप यू हैव गॉट योर आंसर दैट योर सर्वाइवल इज मेट. सेंसिटिविटी वाला जो आधा हिस्सा है दैट इज नॉट मेट.
एग्जैक्टली.
So you're still searching a person who can be sensitive enough, who can look beyond your beyond your status of a cancer survivor, beyond your dusky complexion, beyond this, beyond that, who can at least look at you as a human being, for God's sake.
Exactly. Before anything, I'm a human. I'm a good human, and the other person need to understand. I am involved in many things, and the other person need to appreciate, and other person need to hold my hand in those things.
True.
Like as Pooja was sharing in last video that she is a video creator. If she get married with any other person and he is not ready, why you are creating video every time? Camera लेकर के पूरे दिन घर में दौड़े. तो like my work is entirely different. I mean so much social activities. अगर मुझे कोई ऐसा मिल जाता है, I'm really like wishing something like which is very difficult. So I will be happy, but पता नहीं.
I guarantee you will not get it. I guarantee you will not get it because देखो marriage एक institution इस तरह से बनी हुई है. That is why we say marriages are made in heaven. Okay, there is a reason why we say marriages are made in heaven because मैरिज एक इंस्टीट्यूशन इस तरह से बनी हुई है दैट इज मेड टू कंप्लीट यू इन ट्रू सेंस ऑफ टर्म. ओके. तो आपका पार्टनर एग्जैक्टली वैसे होता है जैसे आप नहीं होते. और अगर आप ढूंढ के एग्जैक्टली मतलब ऐसा होता है ना कि हाथ पे सूरज, एक हाथ पे सूरज दूसरे हाथ पे चांद लेके भी ढूंढोगे कि नहीं ये एग्जैक्ट सिमिलर है, तभी भी आप जितना करीब जाओगे उस इंसान के, आपको अपने डिसिमिलैरिटीज नजर आने लगी.
Mamta ma'am, I'm not looking someone who is like similar of this thing, but at least he is someone who can like give me emotional support, who can understand what
Yeah.
is my emotional need.
So you're looking at a person who is sensible towards your sensitivity.
Exactly. And beside of my cut marks and my body, he can accept me. He can accept me as I am. I'm not looking anyone who is perfect one, but at least accept me what I am. There are many people, there are many girls who got married even after disease, after many things. अभी कौन सी मूवी आई थी जिसमें लड़की के साथ एसिड अटैक हुआ था?
छपा
got married. My sister got married after kidney transplant. So there are men who are like made by Almighty. So I'm not looking for miracle, but I'm looking for someone who can give me emotional support actually.
आप समझदार इंसान ढूंढ सकते हो, लाइक माइंडेड इंसान ना ढूंढो.
Right-minded.
बिकॉज समझदार और लाइक माइंडेड में जमीन आसमान का
बहुत
अंतर होता है.
बहुत अंतर है. Totally agree.
I'll tell you what is the difference between समझदार. Yes, I know. I will be talking about it because लोगों को बहुत confusion होता है. उनको लगता है जो like minded होगा वही समझदार होगा, जो समझदार होगा वो like minded होगा ही. It is not necessary.
There's a difference between like-minded and समझदार.
समझदार, okay. So like-minded is a person जो जिसकी खूबियां, जिसकी हॉबीज मुझसे सिमिलर होती हैं. हम लोग सिमिलर टॉपिक पे बात कर सकते हैं, सिमिलर सोच रखते हैं, सिमिलर पर्सपेक्टिव्स रखते हैं चीजों को लेकर. उनको हम लाइक माइंडेड कहते हैं. ऐसे लोग जरूरी नहीं है कि समझदार हो. वो उतने ही बेवकूफ हो सकते हैं जितने आप हो, उतने ही समझदार हो सकते हैं जितने आप हो. ठीक है. लेकिन समझदार इंसान वो है जो जानता है कि मेरी खूबी, मेरी हॉबी इससे अलग है. तो जितना स्पेस मुझे चाहिए होगा अपने आप को तराशने के लिए और आगे बढ़ने के लिए, उतना ही स्पेस इसको भी चाहिए होगा.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
If at all I am 33 and I am vying for a position of a senior manager or a CEO of a company at my age of 40 or 45, my wife or my girlfriend could also be vying for a position of being a professor or an assistant professor, a professor or PhD or postdoctoral research. और मुझे उसको उतना सपोर्ट देना चाहिए. ऐसा नहीं है कि मैं उसको बोलूं यार तुमको क्यों करनी है, अभी पीएचडी बाद में कर लो, या पोस्ट डॉक्टरल रिसर्च अभी क्यों करना है, बाद में कर लो, मेरा ये ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. तो दैट पर्सन इज लाइक माइंडेड व्हेन इट कम्स टू एम्बिशन. दैट पर्सन इज लाइक माइंडेड व्हेन इट कम्स टू करियर ग्रोथ. बट इज दैट पर्सन अंडरस्टैंडिंग इनफ कि जितना मेरा करियर मेरे लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है उतना ही उसका करियर उसके लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है?
There are rare people, not necessarily.
There are rare people. And
rare people who support their partner in their career growth.
Exactly. So, पूजा, अभी तुम समझदार हो? मैं समझदार हूँ? पता नहीं. So the question is कि हम लोग अगर ये सवाल उठाए कि समझदार लोग होते हैं या नहीं, तो सीधा सवाल हमारे ऊपर भी आता है कि क्या हम लोग समझदार है या नहीं है.
Right.
क्योंकि अगर हम किसी और को ना समझ कह रहे हैं तो इसका मतलब ये है कि हम लोगों को अपनी समझदारी पर भी प्रश्न चिन्ह लगाना जरूरी है. Are you people able to hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I saw some loading thing happening and I got confused कि हे भगवान फिर से तो कोई पंगा नहीं हुआ. Okay. So अगर हम लोग दूसरे की समझदारी पे प्रश्न चिन्ह उठा रहे हैं तो सवाल ये है कि हम भी समझदार हैं. Because समझदार मीन्स क्या? समझदार मीन्स समझदार वर्ड बना है समझ से, एंड समझ वर्ड बना है एम्पैथी से. क्या am I able to feel? क्या हम महसूस कर पा रहे हैं? क्या हमको एहसास है कि अगला बंदा क्या कर रहा है, अपने हेल्थ के लिए क्या कर रहा है, अपने डेवलपमेंट के लिए क्या कर रहा है, फैमिली के लिए क्या कर रहा है, अपने इमोशंस के लिए क्या कर रहा है, हर चीज के लिए वो क्या कर रहा है, इस बात का हमको एहसास है या नहीं है. इसको कहते हैं समझ, इसको कहते हैं महसूस करना, इसको कहते हैं एम्पैथी. ठीक है. अगर आपके पास वो एम्पैथी नहीं है तो फिर आप अगले बंदे से एम्पैथी की एक्सपेक्टेशन ना ही रखें. और अगर आपके पास एम्पैथी है तो आप अपने आप समझ पाओगे कि अगला बंदा एम्पैथेटिक क्यों नहीं है, उसको एम्पैथेटिक होने से क्या रोक रहा है. maybe his upbringing, maybe his karma, maybe his arrogance, maybe whatever. तो कुछ ना कुछ होगा जो उसको एम्पैथेटिक होने से रोक रहा होगा. तो उसको एहसास दिलाना ये आपकी ड्यूटी है एज अ पर्सन हु इज इंटरेस्टेड इन बीइंग हिज पार्टनर और हर पार्टनर, कि आप कहाँ एम्पैथेटिक नहीं हो, क्यों एम्पैथेटिक नहीं हो, इसका एहसास दिलाना. अगले बंदे को अगर समझ में आती है तो ठीक है, नहीं समझ में आती तो भैया टाटा बाय बाय.
How can you identify that a person is a samajhdar and another one is like-minded? How can it's about like spending time only. He can be a dramatically samajhdar. He can be a dramatically like-minded. Don't you agree? That
Yes, of course.
I was very active few days, a few months before on a dating app. I found very good and very samajhdar people, but they were dramatically for few days, but they were like only like-minded. So,
Right.
I can't identify who is samajhdar, who can be like-minded, who can be trustworthy. Probably अभी ये जो आपने बोला ना कि हम समझदार हैं, हम तो समझ ही नहीं पाते हैं. Who can cheat us? We cannot never identify.
Right.
इतना
So,
दुनिया
देखो,
देखने के बाद भी हमें लगता है कि लोग like people can play us with us.
right. See, people can play with, people cannot play with you. People can play with your vulnerability.
Exactly. The emotions, the
So again,
vulnerability.
I'm again quoting Ayushi here from the previous session, that she was speaking about vulnerability. That people, you have to identify whether you are vulnerable or not. अगर आप vulnerable हो तो कोई भी इंसान आपका फायदा 100% उठाएगा. So it is very very important कि आप अपनी vulnerability किसे शो कर रहे हो और किसे शो नहीं कर रहे हो. ठीक है. बहुत फूक के आपको अपनी vulnerability शो करनी पड़ती है, because you never know whether the other person is going to respect and understand your vulnerability, is the other person is going to take advantage of your vulnerability, or the other person is going to be empathetic towards your vulnerability and help you out. Okay, that is the first thing. Second thing is, चलो गलती हो भी गई, आपने अपनी vulnerability शो कर भी दी एक गलत इंसान को, तो आपके पास इतनी हिम्मत, इतना करेज होना चाहिए, और अगर नहीं है तो आपके पास ऐसे सपोर्ट सिस्टम होने चाहिए जिनके सहारे से आप अपने आप को वापस खींच सको.
I'm blessed with those separate support system.
Yes. वो सपोर्ट सिस्टम आपको वापस खींचेगा कि बाबू आपने अपनी वल्नरेबिलिटी दिखाई किसी एक ऐसे इंसान को, उसके पास वो ताकत नहीं थी कि वो आपकी वल्नरेबिलिटी को हैंडल कर पाता, रेस्पेक्ट कर पाता, आपको उसके साथ ग्रो करवा पाता. एंड यू हैव टू, एंड दैट्स व्हाई इट इज अ बैड इन्वेस्टमेंट. पुल योर इन्वेस्टमेंट बैक.
True.
See, investing, getting into a bad investment is easy, but pulling it back is not at all easy. So it is very very important that we are careful before investing, be it financial investing or emotional investing. It is very very careful. You have to be careful before investing. If you are not careful, you are bound to get hurt. चोट लगनी ही लगनी है. It can be a bad investment, तो चोट लगनी ही लगनी है. लेकिन जैसे ही आपको पता चलता है कि it is a bad investment, you have to immediately shoot back to your support systems. Don't shy away from telling कि यार मैं उल्लू बन गई.
I say it to anyone. यार वापस उल्लू बन गई, यार वापस बुद्धू बन गई.
Yes. Come back, acknowledge, and start investing into yourself again.
True, I do.
Once you start investing into yourself again and again and again, you will automatically find somebody else. Again, give it time. Again, think. ऐसा नहीं है कि invest करना बंद कर दो, because at the end of the day, you know that sensitivity के लिए आपको कुछ ना कुछ लोग चाहिए. See, you can always invest. You can invest into your parents. You can invest into your siblings. You can invest into your siblings' ka kids. You can invest into old age home people. You can invest into orphans. You can invest into kind of adopted children. You can invest into multiple things, and that will somehow almost maybe 70%, 80%, 90% depend upon whom you are investing into and how much they are invested into you. That will fulfill you, but not 100%.
Mamta ma'am, you said the same lines of the Dear Zindagi Shah Rukh Khan's. She was explaining things to Alia Bhatt, and like he was explaining like तुम कुर्सी खरीदने गई हो कभी? You try that kursi na, So obviously you said the similar thing in a very good way. Investment in like a खत्म मत करो कोशिश, carry on करते रहो. You said in a very
True,
easy way.
true. यस, कोशिश मत खत्म करो, इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. एंड एक मजेदार बात बताती हूँ. सी, हम लोग जिस जनरेशन में हैं, यू, मी, पूजा, ऑल ऑफ अस, हम लोग इस जनरेशन में है कि हम लोगों की सर्च थोड़ी लंबी होने वाली है.
हमारे प्रेफरेंसेस और पैरामीटर्स ज्यादा बड़े हैं शायद.
नहीं, बिकॉज दिस इज द फर्स्ट जनरेशन आफ्टर अ मेजर ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन. जैसे मैंने कहा कि हमारे पेरेंट्स और हमारे ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स सिर्फ सर्वाइवल देख रहे थे कि जो उनको सर्वाइवल में सपोर्ट करे बस काफी है. हम लोग सर्वाइवल के साथ साथ हम लोग कंफर्ट देख रहे हैं और हम लोग कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि हम लोग कंफर्टेबल लाइफ जिए. तो कंफर्टेबल लाइफ जीने के लिए हम लोग चाहते हैं कि सेंसिटिव और सर्वाइवल जिसका सॉर्टेड है और जिसकी जो सेंसिटिव भी है, ये दोनों चीजें मैच करती हो अपने पार्टनर में, और हम लोग खुद में भी वही चीज ढूंढने की कोशिश करते हैं. व्हाई डू वी ट्राई गुड टू बी गुड टू अदर्स? बिकॉज वी वांट टू कम अक्रॉस एज अ सेंसिटिव पर्सन.
I couldn't hear you. Sorry.
Why do we be good to others? Because we want to come across as a sensitive person.
True. Exactly.
Okay. We want to come across as a person who is empathetic, who is sensitive, who is respectful towards other people's emotion, and that is what we are searching. Apart from survival. ऐसा नहीं होगा कि कोई सीईओ जाके किसी चपरासी से शादी करेगी just because he is a nice and sensitive person.
हो ही नहीं सकता. मतलब
very rare.
very rare. मतलब exceptions is always there, but it's like rare.
Very rare. हम लोग ये देखेंगे कि अगर वो हम लोग चपरासी से भी शादी करते तो हम लोग कोशिश करेंगे कि वो थोड़ा थोड़ा बिल्ड करे. इसका बहुत ही बेहतरीन एग्जांपल है सूर्यवंशम मूवी, जिसको हम लोगों ने पता नहीं कितनी बार देखा है. लेकिन अगर आप देखो तो हीरा ठाकुर जो कैरेक्टर है वहां पर, वो चौथी पास होता है और जिससे वो शादी करता है वो लड़की ग्रेजुएट होती है, आईएएस की तैयारी कर रही होती है. वो जैसे ही अपनी आईएएस की तैयारी स्टार्ट करती है एंड शी फील्स दैट हर पार्टनर इज मोटिवेटिंग हर, वो भी मोटिवेट करती है अपने पार्टनर को कि आप भी कुछ कारोबार करो, आप बसेस चलाओ, ये करो वो करो, कुछ तो करो, बट डू समथिंग. And we never see him educating himself. We never see him doing anything else, but we see him built as an entrepreneur.
Exactly.
We see him coming up as a businessman. So we will not accept the status quo of our partner even on survival. तो जैसे बहुत प्यारी चीज थी वैशाली ने कही थी कि मैरिज इज अगर इज अ पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट क्लास इफ यू टेल इट इफ यू सी इट इन द राइट वे. तो ये वाकई में दोनों के लिए पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट क्लास होता है. लेकिन हमारी जनरेशन में सबसे ज्यादा चैलेंज इसलिए क्योंकि हमारे पहले के जनरेशन को ये चीज पता नहीं थी. हमारी मम्मी और जितने भी मम्मियां हैं, लड़कों की मम्मियां हैं, उनको पता नहीं था. हम लोग जब मम्मी बनेंगे तो हम लोग अपने बेटों को सबसे पहले ये सिखाएंगे कि बेटा देखो बात ये है कि मैरिज इज अ पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट क्लास. अगर वो लड़की तुम्हारे लिए बदल रही है तो तुमको भी उस बंदे के लिए बदलना है.
राइट.
अगर तुम नहीं बदल रहे हो, शी में से टाटा बाय बाय एंड शी में गो अवे. बट ये चीज उनको नहीं सिखाई गई थी. सो ऑब्वियसली देयर विल बी अ चैलेंज फॉर आवर जनरेशन and our search is going to be longer. We should be prepared for that search, and we should also be working for giving this information to males to help them understand कि बॉस तुम IIT पास कर गए, IIM पास कर गए, 6 फिगर सैलरी है, 8 फिगर सैलरी है, तुम्हारे पास फलान गाड़ी है, ढिमकान गाड़ी है, तो वो तो हम भी ला सकते हैं. सेंसिटिविटी कितनी ला सकते हो वो बताओ.
Exactly. The demand is only sensitivity. The demand is not money. The demand is not at all कि गाड़ी हो, बंगलो हो. Is only the sensitivity.
I would not say demand is not at all money. Demand is money, of course.
You have given the example of Suryavansham. You have, like I told you, na कि there.
See, that is an exception because it is a movie. Exceptions prove the rule. Exceptions are not the rule.
Of my real sister. We are from a very middle class, and my Jiju, my brother-in-law, is a very high post at a bank of New York, and he accepted her. She is a kidney transplant. She is a kidney transplant survivor, but companion. So like anything can be happen.
आपके जीजू ने आपकी सिस्टर में कौन सी क्वालिटीज देखी, if I may ask?
Innocence. Only the innocence. They were talking only over the call. Distance relationship only through social media.
So he could understand that this is a female whom I would love to protect. I would love to groom. I would love to help her evolve. I
Oh,
would love to help her to bring her to the to bring out the best in her.
right. Very right
That
thing you said.
was
After marriage, my sister learned how to drive car. She start like
exactly.
driving a scooty. Never drived. कभी नहीं ride करी
Exactly.
थी scooty. And she learned a digital marketing course in her in-laws' house. Many things she learned. Jiju supported her. Jiju motivated her. Many things she did.
So so this is Suryavansham happening in a reverse way.
Exactly.
Right? So it is quite possible that people want to groom the girls. Okay.
Hmm.
There would be some men who would want to search for innocent girl, who would want to look for pure innocence ताकि वो उसको ढाल सके.
हाँ हाँ
लेकिन बहुत सारे लोग ऐसे भी होते हैं. I'm talking about both men and females who are so arrogant that they feel कि हमने इसको ग्रूम किया तो हमने बहुत बड़ा तीर मार लिया.
हाँ हाँ
आप कुछ
oblige.
भी कह सकते हैं.
हाँ
हाँ.
हाँ
Now I've obliged her by grooming her.
हाँ
Dude, if you have obliged her by grooming her, there are several things that she has done for you.
exactly. Many sacrifices.
I
Many
I
stories.
recently, yeah, I recently had a couple. The couple had got married around 20 years back, and they're currently staying in the US. Okay, they have been staying in US for around 20 years since their marriage. They're staying in US. So and it was a case of grey divorce. Grey divorce आप लोगों को पता होगा जहाँ पर 20 साल की शादी 30 साल की शादी के बाद लोग अलग होना चाहते हैं, डिवोर्स लेना चाहते हैं. So I spoke to both the couple and the husband was like कि मैंने इसको क्या नहीं दिया. ये अपने घर से बाहर नहीं निकली थी, अपने गली से बाहर नहीं निकली थी, मैं इसको अमेरिका लेके गया. ये मैंने इसको ड्राइव करना सिखाया, मैंने उसको इंग्लिश बोलना सिखाया, मैंने ये करना सिखाया, मैंने वो करना सिखाया. So I just asked one question, सर आप जॉब के साथ पर्सनली इतना कुछ सिखा देते, मतलब मैडम के साथ बैठ के? नहीं, लेकिन मैंने इसके पैसे खर्च किए. अच्छा, तो मैम अगर नौकरी करती तो वो पैसे कौन खर्च करता? तो वो खर्च करती ना. अच्छा, मतलब आपने सिर्फ फाइनेंशियली सपोर्ट किया. Okay. So that is something that men do not understand, that आपने फाइनेंशियली ऑब्लिगेट किया तो जो फीमेल है उसने भी तो बहुत सारी चीजें की. उसकी वजह से आप आज शादीशुदा हो. उसकी वजह से दे हैड 2 ब्यूटीफुल किड्स, वेल ग्रूम्ड, वेल डिसिप्लिन्ड, वेल मैनर्ड. सो 2 ब्यूटीफुल किड्स जिनके जिनके जैसे आप फक्र महसूस करते हो कि मेरे बच्चे तो इतनी अच्छी इंग्लिश बोलते हैं, मेरे बच्चे तो ये स्कोर करते हैं. वो मतलब आप बच्चों के साथ कितना वक्त बिताते हो? पता चलता है कि जनाब तो टूर पे रहते हैं महीने के 20-25 दिन. तो आपकी वाइफ की वजह से आप पूरा एक एरिया, घर, बच्चे, आपके माता पिता, आपके रिलेटिव्स, इन सारे चीजों से आपकी जिम्मेदारियां हट गई. आपकी जिम्मेदारियों का आधा हिस्सा किसी ने संभाल लिया. एंड यू आर फीलिंग दैट यू हैव ऑब्लिगेटेड दैट पर्सन. आई मीन सीरियसली.
I know my one friend and he hello.
जी बोलिए ना.
हेलो.
मेरी
Hello.
फ्रेंड है IAS ऑफिसर है एंड ही हैज फाइल्ड हिज डिवोर्स केस बिकॉज ही वाज वेरी बिजी इन लाइक अपने काम में और अपनी वाइफ को टाइम नहीं दे पाते थे. 2 बच्चे हैं. उनकी बेटी ने अपनी एक पोएम की किताब लिखी है, राइट? तो he is in depression because no one in family love him and बेटी ने अपना पूरा क्रेडिट माँ को दिया है, भाई को दिया है, कहीं एक्नॉलेज पापा को नहीं करते हैं. अच्छा, ही इज लाइक थिंकिंग कि ऐसा मैंने क्या किया, मैंने अपनी वाइफ को शादी के बाद पढ़ाया, ग्रेजुएशन पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन कराया, इतने सारे कोर्सेज कराया, फिर भी वो मुझे चीट कर गई क्योंकि यू वर नॉट गिविंग टाइम टू हर.
हेलो.
शी हैज गॉन.
या आई थिंक नेटवर्क चला गया.
हाँ, उनका इंटरनेट चला गया.
Yeah, so it was a nice session. So last advice जो आप देना चाहोगे हमारी ऑडियंस को?
Last advice that being single is never a sin. Enjoy your freedom, enjoy your independent life, be as much as educated you can be. Your education makes you independent. Only the only tool for any woman is the education.
Yeah,
आप इतने
thank you so
एजुकेटेड हो
much.
गए हो, इतने स्मार्ट हो गए हो, एंड इतना कुछ कर रहे हो आज आज